G'day viewers, Reboot here. Thought I'd quickly go through my gear for the start of my hike, which is 9 days from now. Fly out, so very keen. What I'm wearing today is what I'll be hiking in on the majority of days. So Gippsland hiking shirt from the Gippsland Trail, a pair of shorts with a zip off, and hiking boots with a pair of thick socks. That's my usual hiking gear, rain or sun. Cold doesn't usually affect me too much, although it does get to the snowing stages, like in the Smokies where it could be snowing. I do have the zip offs that go onto my shorts, but generally I don't wear them. And I've got a waterproof jacket that I put on especially more probably for the wind than the rain. It's got toweling on the inside, so it dries the moisture when I sweat. So that is my daily normal hiking gear. Going through the rest, so my backpack, just a Z-Pax backpack. It's not my usual one. I've upgraded to this one because it's a lot lighter in weight, and I've already gone through the tent, sleeping bag and mat that I would use when I'm at camp. In the backpack I'll be keeping 2 1 litres of water. I've got a rain cover for the backpack. I've got my hand sanitizer. I've got a little head net for later on. Poncho and a balaclava for when it's really cold and wet, or a balaclava if I need to get some extra cash from rob a bank. Comes with a liner. You can put it on the outside of the pack when you're travelling. I found that it's a really tight squeeze, so I actually went and bought a cheap $5 suitcase. I'll put all my stuff in there, and when I get to Atlanta I'll actually just offload the suitcase at thrift shop or something like that. At camp, so to keep warm, got a puffy jacket, very, very light. Can also use it as a pillow if the pillow gets a hole in it. I have a second pair of clothing to wear, another shirt, another pair of shorts, another pair of undies, and a second pair of thick socks for hiking in. I do have a pair of gloves as well for the cold weather. They'll sit in the pockets on the outside, and inside those I'll be keeping sleeves, biker sleeves, so that if I do get cold on the arms I can put them on without having to put the rain jacket on, hopefully. Some other things I've got for in camp, just like a towel if I stop for a swim or something. It's like a chamois towel. It also can take the water off the inside of my tent at night. Yeah, there's some things that are just extra weight, but I have to take. So my daughter gave me this little magpie, so little Wally's coming with me. Probably play a little game with Wally where in certain videos my daughter can look for it when she's looking on the YouTube videos. But yeah, that's a non-negotiable. That had to come with me. So say hello, Wally. He's also wearing a scarf because he thinks it's going to be cold, but it'll actually be a headband for myself that when you wet it with cold water, and it'll help keep me cool in the summer months. Inside my backpack I will have a bladder, 2 litre, but I probably only fill it to 1 litre full. That'll be my hiking water. I do have some 1 litre bottles to use. They will be empty except when I'm getting near camp, and if I could pass water, and the campsite that I'm staying at is going to have a walk to get to water for the last bit of the day, I'll actually fill that at the last water source. I've got 2 of them, so there's 2 litres there. And I've also got another water bottle that'll actually hook onto my backpack at the front. That one's 750ml, and that'll have something like, it might have Tang in it or drinks with electrolytes in it and things like that. So that'll be flavoured water, whereas the others will be just plain water, and same with the Camelback. Good thing about the Camelback, I've got a detachable section, so I can unhook it and with my dirty water bag that's got a filter on it, I can click straight into there without having to take it out of my pack and gravity feed it into the thing, into the bladder. So that's my filter, water filter. So you connect it to your dirty water bags straight on, and then you can actually drink straight from the end of the filter, or you can put other connections on, like I said, and that can filter through into the bladder. So that's that. I've got a they call a dead dog bag. It's a bit thicker than a normal trash can bag. Pick it up at the vets. That's to go around my sleep gear, even though I've got that liner just as extra protection on the stuff that I really want to keep dry. That'll just go around that. If I find that I'm not needing both, it's also a good thing I can just put on the ground quite easily to have as a little seat, very, very lightweight. Got a waterproof map bag. So I've got the AWOL book, I've got the 22 little maps. I will probably start with them, but I might send them back. And I've got the little bag where I can take one sheet out. So I've actually got the leaflets rather than the actual book, and so I can put one leaflet in my pocket so I don't have to refer to that all the time. But I could also set this up so I can easily just look there where I'm at. My cook system, so again I've got a little towel just to clean it if I need to. Basically this is my pot, so I do have a fry pan but I don't really usually use it. And I've made up with a piece of cardboard and just an alfoil shield for the wind. That just sits inside my pot, but just unfold it like that, put it around, and that keeps the wind off. Very lightweight. Got a stand for the bottle of my gas bottle, so I can put it on a rock on a slight edge and that, and it still works. And this is my cooker. Very, very lightweight. It screws onto the bottle, and then you push the 4 legs around, open them up. Put the that's sitting on the bottle, which is sitting on the legs. It just sits like that. I haven't got the bottle because I can't take that through the airport, so I'll be getting one of them over there. And it's actually got its own igniter, so that way I don't need to bring lighters and the matches, but I am bringing some matches just in case, but generally I don't need that. And that all just goes into this little packet here. I've got my spork, fork, knife and spoon in one. I also take a little potato peeler, one of those lightweight potato peelers, and when I buy those blocks of cheese, I just use a potato peeler to slice the cheese off so you get nice even amounts of cheese. My lunches will probably be cold in a wrap, where I might be using peanut butter, but I might also have cheese and pepperoni, so I would use that during that sort of activity. I've then got a little incidentals with wet wipes, a little scrape of sponge for doing the dishes, got some little leaves of soap and toothpaste, that sort of stuff, and a small little pen. I've got a first aid kit. Inside the first aid kit I've got some spare bottle lids. I've also got the lid to connect the filter to the camelback, and I've got all stuff for injuries, minor injuries, obviously not huge injuries that would need more substantial stuff. And also there's a little notebook that goes in that has all the emergency contacts and that I need, and past information to contact the right areas when I need to if something's going wrong, embassy, things like that. I've got made up, thanks to Darwin on the trail, I made up a little hot water bag for freezer cooking. So rather than have to cook into my cook pot, I can just put the water in that, put a freeze bag in here with whatever I'm going to add the water to. Get the water boil, put it into the freeze bag, put it into this, close it up. That helps keep the heat. Could do this an hour before I stop and then put it at the top of my pack and keep walking, and it'll allow it to heat up. Or I'll wait till camp and then just let it sit for 10 minutes while I can actually cook something else in my cook pot while that's cooking. So that's that. We'll be bringing some things, again, because of going through the airport, they have to be sealed. So bringing things like curry and seasoning that once I get there, I've got little containers that they will go into. Little containers. Pour the amount that I need, and the rest will go into either a hiker box or something if someone else wants to use it. But I particularly wanted the ones that I don't know whether I'll get in America that will actually help add flavour and that I know I like. So it's nothing worse if I'm hiking for 150 days, eating food that I just don't like. Haven't been to America for 20 odd years, 25 years, so I don't know how different it is to the Australian food. So that's my food bag I showed last time. Again, I'm taking some chocolate, powdered chocolate for hot chocolates at night, powdered milk to take with measurements to know how much is needed for 1 cup. And then, yeah, just my food that I buy will go into this bag. It seals, we'll roll it up, and you can clip it closed. I have a little day pack that screws up into a real little bag, tiny one like that, hooks on. I do plan to do quite a bit of slack packing where I can. I said I was walking 3,500 kilometres or 2,100 miles. I never said my pack was going to be doing it, so this is for the ones where I want to do a day hike, get some extra kilometres under the belt without having to carry all the weight. My clothes for in camp, one last one. I do have, this is sort of a semi base layer. It's a wool top. I can wear this in camp, or I could also wear it when I'm hiking under my coat if I am really cold. Probably after the first month I may send that back to Australia. But yeah, so that's either camp or hiking. But at camp, definitely, I've got my leggings and my thermal top. A third pair of socks, which is for in the tent sleeping, and the clothes bag for that. Last thing I do have is my electronics. So I'm keeping my electronics in this bag at the moment just to get it over to America. I'm probably going to keep the bag for when I want to pack out a Subway or something like that. It actually does help keep it cold. Or I can have some frozen food so that it would last till, if I leave in the morning, that it's still good at night, and use it there. But again, that could be something that goes back once I'm off and going. So this here is the tracker that I'll be using, so that'll be hooked onto the front of me there. Two-way texting, so people can text me, I can reply. I'm on the unlimited plan for the next year. But it's also allows people to follow me, and it's also got an SOS button, so if something goes wrong to me, I can push that. I've got a battery charger or a battery pack, 21,000 milliamps, 7 times it can recharge my phone. I'm planning to be in town roughly every 4 days, so I'm thinking I shouldn't ever empty that. But I do have I've got a headlamp, chargeable headlamp. I've got my phone, I've got my MP3 player, and I have this. So I have 4 different things that could need charging at different times. If I'm smart and do it in town, that should be easily sufficient. Haven't got them on me, but I've obviously got my sunnies. They'll just sit in a pocket at the front on the pack. So yes, MP3 player, my rechargeable headlamp, it's a little bit extra than a normal headlamp, but when you take the spare batteries of the for the headlamp into account, they're very similar weight, and this is super bright. So if I do night hiking, I really like this one. So I ummed and ahed about it, but yeah, I ended up going with a little bit extra weight. And then I've got some little odds and ends. So I've got a power adapter, obviously being most of my equipment being Australian. I just took an Australian to American plug. Shouldn't really need too much use of that, but just in case. And I've got some spare cables or attachments, and I've got a spare little SD cards. On top of that, I'm actually bringing a little hard drive that I'm going to have some movies on, so just if I'm bored and it's pouring rain and I'm at a shelter, I've got something to watch. But I can also delete those, but the main reason I'm taking it is all the filming I'm doing, if I don't get time to upload it or edit it, rather than fill up my phone, I've got a little attachment that allows me to put it onto the hard drive for later, that I can do it and edit it and put it up, leaving space to take more filming on my phone. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so 9 days till I leave. Oh, sorry. This is my hot chocolate mug. Love this thing. I can do a hot chocolate at night. I'm not supposed to have food in the tent, but you know, that could keep me very warm for the first hour or so, and you know, maybe go out after that to put it in my bear bag. The other thing I can do is in the morning when I'm having a breakfast, I can cook that, and then when I'm walking for the first hour when it's really cold, I can actually carry that in my hand or in one of my side pockets. Because it's got a closed sealed lid, it allows me to have that hot drink. And just for the first hour, I do notice it keeps it warm for about 2 hours. I could be drinking a hot chocolate while I'm walking on the trail to keep me warm, or until I at least warm up from the hiking. Alright, 9 days. My next video will probably be either on the trail, or I might give a brief description of what the Appalachian Trail is all about. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm going to be living the dream. Thank you.